No, but I'm saying like,
he's not my boyfriend. He's too young to be my boyfriend. So he's too young to be my boyfriend. So are y'all jealous because I'm in the same room as him or what?
Help me! Right, who's Grandma? Wait, do I need to zoom in? You're using the phonics.
No, we respect wives and children, Ashley, right?
Do they respect me?
What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Channing, and today we're going to be diving deep into the world of TikTok's most hated mother, Ash Trevino. For those of you who haven't heard of this lady, I'll give you a quick rundown. Ash Trevino is a horrendously down bad 36-year-old mother and is a self-proclaimed quote-unquote inmate hopper that dates men that are either significantly younger than her or previously incarcerated, or both. From questionable parenting with countless CPS cases, dating a 19-year-old named Santos, to spending every waking second on TikTok live e-begging, and the countless other controversies she's been in, we're going to be covering everything I can handle in this video. Ash is basically the worst case of brain rot that I've seen on the internet in a long time, and she genuinely believes that a lot of the people who tune into her lives and her videos are fans. She lacks the critical thinking skills to realize that people look at her as a lol cow. So without further ado, let's dive into this lore from the very beginning. Ash Trevino has been married 2 different times and has dated over 30 ex-convicts. Yes, you heard that correct. 30. Her first marriage was with their high school sweetheart, which is the same person she had her 2 kids with. These 2 would eventually file for divorce, and unfortunately her first husband recently passed away due to leukemia. Now, instead of letting the dead rest in peace, Ash would take to TikTok singing about her baby daddy and joking about his death, sparking the start to Ash's controversies.
Fuck my baby daddy. Fuck my baby daddy. Oh, mine's dead.
She would then marry her second husband in 2019, who is incarcerated and was incarcerated the whole entire time. But it seems like divorce just follows Ash wherever she goes, because these 2 would eventually divorce as well. So now that we have a peek inside of the Facebook relationship status being flipped from single to married like a light switch, let's talk about how Miss Trevino's TikTok initially blew up in the first place. Well, it all starts with an inmate named Jesse. You see, these 2 were dating, and when he would be released from prison, Ash would stream the whole entire thing. So naturally, people started to flock to Ash's TikTok, wondering what this lady and her situation was all about.
I have plans to meet his daughters, not anytime soon.
Look,
when the time is right, it'll happen, but right now it's not right.
Look, listen,
But even though these 2 would share an unforgettable moment like this together, it wouldn't stop Jesse from dumping her 2 weeks after getting out of prison because he felt like he got catfished. And I don't blame him. We already know Ash is crawling with the bugs, as you guys saw in the intro of this video. I really think Miss Trevino would make the perfect candidate to be a star in the next Bug Life movie. Anywho, after Ash and Jesse broke up, she would still continue with her shenanigans and fake a pregnancy, I guess in an attempt to win him over. And in my opinion, this is like one of the worst things you can do to a man. This just rubs me the wrong way because Ash is literally weaponizing a fake pregnancy to keep her ex-man around. Like, in what world is this a normal thing to do?
I'm not gonna answer yes or no if I'm pregnant. That's not what I'm gonna do. You're gonna have to wait. Y'all are not important to me.
Mind you, this is a grown-ass woman, guys. Then she would take to TikTok Live, of all places, to extinguish this whole entire fake baby mama drama to her TikTok Live, and not only that, with her 2 teenage daughters in the room, saying things like, quote, "How are we gonna take care of this baby?" and so on, which is like super inappropriate behavior. This especially irks me because I understand firsthand what it's like to live in a house under parentification, which, for those of you that don't know, it means when the child is taking on the responsibility of the parent. And before I continue, in my case, I'm all good now. Don't you worry about me. Everything worked out. But to see Ash doing this to her kids while streaming it to TikTok just goes to show how discombobulated this whole entire family structure is. And to make matters even worse, she was exposed in this lie about being pregnant because she was seen on live saying she just got her period.
Got cramps, like pains, and I just got off my period. And
And while I was doing my research on Ash, I couldn't help but feel bad for her kids because no child deserves to live under this type of living hell. But all of this pregnancy controversy would soon blow over when Ash would publicly state that she was indeed not pregnant.
oh, guess what? I'm not pregnant.
Ash would then find herself in more controversy while dating a 19-year-old named Santos. Santos was basically known on TikTok to date women for clout. Obviously, even though a 36-year-old and a 19-year-old being together is technically illegal, it still caused most of the internet to look at Ash as a virtual punching bag, especially when people found the daughter's TikTok account and saw that she was crushing on Santos.
And how everybody's saying that he was my daughter's crush, I never knew that. If I would have known that she liked him, I would have never talked to the boy, okay?
Imagine your mom coming in to swoop in and taking your crush. Instead of putting food on the stove, she's hanging out with your crush. Like, what type of world is she living in? Because here you have Ash sitting and engaging in a relationship with her daughter's crush while drunk on TikTok Live.
Never, ever would I ever touch you.
Exactly.
What does that make me feel? Oh, he's 22. I'm 35.
19 or 22?
I'm 22.
Gentleman is 19 years old. Okay.
19, yes. I'm 19. I'm 19.
I've already seen his BP. Got you. I told you that. And he's already seen my nunu.
Stop it. Get some help.
And it got so bad to the point where Ash was showing her adult toys on Live, flirting with this 19-year-old, and like eventually her daughters had to come in the room and put an end to this, essentially begging their mom to stop flirting with a 19-year-old because it's embarrassing and obviously disgusting.
Look what I have charging.
Oh, you don't need that when you have me.
During this whole controversy, a meme would arise about quote-unquote Ash's nunu, with trolls asking what it smelled like. And to be honest, I don't even want to begin to think about what that's like. Similar to the last few guys Ash has been with, Santos would decide to move on to a much younger and better looking girl, which made Ash jealous. Now, I do want to preface that Ash is a terminally online TikTok e-beggar. This is what she does for a job. So you already know Ash is getting up at 1, maybe 2 p.m., throwing on a cute fit and caking her face up with makeup to sit in front of her phone, begging for internet gifts from the hard-working class as if she's some sort of out-of-touch teenager. But ma'am, you are in your 30s, and you bet your bippies people were sending her money left and right, to the point where she was able to purchase some of her beloved Louis V bags. But she didn't stop there, because she would then take to her TikTok account flexing on the haters, calling them broke, saying people live paycheck to paycheck.
My rent money right here. My rent money. My landlord's here.
Ooh, I think I'm finna fly first class. It's $1,300 to fly first class.
For what? You're going to be sitting in the same chair that you're going to fart in.
And what's even more funny is Ash would actually take a Disney trip with another TikToker named Heartbreaky, and they would end up going to Disney World. This is the best part. Ash Trevino didn't even decide to bring her kids. So you're telling me that 35-year-old Ash out here is elephant stomping around Disney World and didn't even think to bring her kids. Then goes on to social media to say they have school and they don't fly.
My kids had just started school like a couple weeks before, and I couldn't take them, or else I would have, to be honest. And I really wanted to take them. I felt so bad, but I FaceTimed them the whole time I was there. I was FaceTiming them, sending them pictures. I bought a whole bunch of stuff for them. I FaceTimed my nephews. So yeah, my niece, like my parents. I FaceTimed everybody. I was enjoying that with them. So I never once left them out.
You'd think that Miss Trevino, the Louis bag wielding Shrek character, would certainly bring her kids along if she was truly all about that money and was getting to that bag. So slowly, this quote-unquote rich, lavish lifestyle she was portraying on the internet would constantly get debunked by trolls and haters. Especially the time when Ash was explaining how her daughters sleep on air mattresses.
These kids took over my freaking room. They come and leave my living room a mess. They leave my kitchen a mess. And now they're in my freaking room.
What are you doing in here? Excuse me, can you please get out of my room? Hey, there's another room right there.
Oh, so y'all want me to go over there, but there's 2 vanities over there and I only have 1.
Yeah, and the air mattress over there. Yeah.
So y'all want me to go over there?
Yeah, why not?
Now, Ash constantly defends this by saying that her kids are never home, so they're sleeping on air mattresses, and that's the reason. But Ash, according to you, you have your kids 4 out of 3 days out of the week, which means the 3 days that they're not at your parents' house, they are sleeping on air mattresses. And what's even worse is I've seen the girls on Live going into Ash's room, and then she'll, like, ignore them.
Can you DoorDash us some food, please?
How cold is it here? Hold on. Let me see how cold it is.
Thank you for the roses.
It's 44 degrees, bro.
Like, imagine going into the pantry, you open it up, nothing. You go to the freezer and the fridge, Nothing. So you go to your mom's room and you ask for a little bit of food because you're hungry. And she flips open the freaking weather app and starts commenting about how it's 41 degrees outside. I don't know about you guys, but I get hangry. I'd be looking like Rey Mysterio up in there, like, lady, feed me. And the only reason why I'm pocket watching is because you can't be someone that goes online flexing all this quote unquote wealth while not even being able to put your kids in a comfortable position in life.
Literally poor. You probably have to live off food stamps.
And she would even mention how she would soon quote unquote upgrade from air mattresses to a bunk bed. Oh my gosh, bro. This lady is just so out of touch. You see, I don't know if I have above average goals in my life, but if I was in this lady's position at 35 years old with 2 daughters, I'd certainly be doing everything in my power to take care of my kids. Instead of yapping on TikTok live as if I'm a teenager. Like, Ash, you are 36 years old. And this is how destructive Ash Trevino truly is, because everything she touches just turns to crap. Ash and the creator, Heartbreaky, the two that went to Disney World together, ended up falling out, which caused Ash to go on live and literally talk crap about her son.
5 minutes later, my chat was flooded with people telling me she was on live drunk, talking shit about me and my son.
Like, how are you gonna sit there and not take your kids to Disney and then fall out with the creator that you did go to Disney with, only to start talking about her kids online and bashing a literal child? This woman is just so destructive, and it only gets worse. Ash would then start to date another inmate named Francisco Montero, who was charged with murdering 2 teenage girls in 2018. Like, if that's not the stupidest thing you can do as a mother, because who's to say this nut job won't target your own 2 daughters? And this isn't even the worst part, because she would also take to her TikTok live while on the phone with him, basically mocking the victim, saying Francisco was innocent and he didn't do anything wrong.
Honestly, rip to those who lost their lives.
I just can't imagine being one of Ash's daughters, because here you have their mom literally betraying their safety. Like, in no way, shape, or form would anyone in their right mind think, yeah, he's convicted of 2 murders, but it's okay, he wouldn't do anything to my daughters. Even if that dude is doing life in prison, I can't fathom having any contact with anyone of that nature, especially knowing he killed 2 teen girls. Like, the more I dig into Ash's lore, it just pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie, could you imagine being one of the victim's family members just scrolling on TikTok to see Ash Trevino, of all people, defending the killer of your family member? I would be so furious, I wouldn't even know what to do. Now, as if it couldn't get any worse, Ash is also very open with the words she chooses to use on live, like the N-word, saying things like she quit her old dental job because, quote, she didn't want to work for Indians.
I was at that office for 6.5 years. I worked every day, Monday through Thursday. Then they changed the owners, and I knew it was going to happen. Then we got Indian owners. Yes, I said that.
These types of things would only make more of the internet realize how stale Ash Trevino truly is. Along with the whole entire image and personality she portrays online, Ash is a deadbeat mom who spends most of her time gossiping online while drunk on TikTok live, and is a great example of what a parent shouldn't be. Buying Louis bags, then flexing on the internet, calling people broke while your kids are sleeping on air mattresses with no food. Not to mention the bed bugs. Like, Ash, on various occasions you were showing us the bed bugs in your house, and there was even one crawling around in your hoodie. I just know that place is disgusting, girl.
Oh my god, what is that?
No, but I'm saying, like,
And what's even funnier is people would supposedly see the bug van outside of Ash Trevino's house. Now, I'm not trying to like show where she lives or anything, so I'm not going to show that video, but it is on her Reddit, which I just thought was hilarious. But in Ash's world, as long as she has makeup, spider lashes, and nails decorated like a freaking Christmas tree, she must believe she's doing a great job at completing her duties as a mother. Instead of working hard to create a respectable living situation for her daughters, she just rots on TikTok live, berating viewers in casual e-begging fashion for money from people with actual jobs, then not even being able to show the humility to understand that even if she does make the money from TikTok live to buy those Louis bags, the nails, the lashes, that money did not come from her. She didn't generate it. It's all being given to her. But she flexes it on everyone as if she's some type of self-made creator, when in all reality she's just panhandling on TikTok live. And to make matters worse, all her gossip on live is always about somebody else in their situation, lacking any type of skill to show self-reflection on her own stuff. Like, Ash, you literally leave your kids at home with your parents or whoever, and when Ash wants to go have some fun, you bet she's doing it. Because time and time again, she's seen ditching her kids to go hang out at the bars, clubs, or malls with literal other children. Like, judging by the looks of these kids, they're definitely freaking like high school and college kids. At this point, it's just clear to me that Ash doesn't even want to be a mom. Judging by her actions, like the time she pulled her daughter's hair on live in front of 20,000 people.
And I pulled her hair, yes. But I never abused her. I never hit my kids, you guys.
Ash would rather do whatever makes her feel good instead of taking care of her kids. And maybe I gotta be the one to say it, Ash, you need to go ahead and act your age and not your shoe size, because this type of behavior from a grown-ass woman is deplorable. And recently she would prove my point by going to LA to meet up with a bunch of content creators that are closer to the age of her kids compared to her own age.
You gonna come with us to LA?
Potentially,
You gotta be 19 and older. I'm just kidding.
So time and time again, she leaves her kids with their parents to take care of them, while Ash decides to spend her time as if she's living through her later teenage years and early 20s all over again. But Ash, reality check, this was 15 years ago, lady. At this point, she just needs to put the fries in the bag, but unfortunately, she'd probably just eat them. This woman is so blindsided by TikTok subscriptions that her own daughter had to tell her to shut up and stop acting like a kid.
TikTok, baby, my subs!
Ma, can you shut up? I was just about to talk.
I'm rich!
Supposedly, she made like 11 bands off TikTok subs while she was streaming on live, which is pretty life-changing money. If you put that into the right areas, you could watch that money do backflips while you're sleeping. But Ash would rather spend the money that people give her on live on flashy objects and DoorDash before she even thinks about putting her daughters in a more comfortable bed. Let that sink in. It just mind-boggles me how this grown-ass woman sits on live and flirts with people literally half her age, then sits on her platform saying she's going to LA for quote-unquote work, while she's seen on the trip saying she's in the Bad Mom Club.
Bad Moms Club, bro. Bad Moms Club. DJ, what is that, man? Nothing. If you know, you know.
Like, at this point, if you feel bad for Ash in her situation, I don't even know what to say, because when she tries to go out and save face, she always contradicts herself on live, especially while she's hammered, hanging out with high schoolers and college kids. Now, I could go on, but I think I covered everything that I wanted to in this video. Ash is basically a deadbeat mom that only cares about herself, and it's evident, especially when you look at her actions and different controversies. But I think right about here is where I'm gonna wrap up this video, because if I don't, my fist is about to go through my monitor. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that according to various people on TikTok, the people who even bring up Ash or talk about her online are getting cease and desist orders in the mail from quote-unquote Ash's team.
If you're posting about Ash Trevino, stop posting about it, because in the mail today, she literally sent me a cease and desist for a video I made. I made 2 videos about her, a diss track, and she sent the cease and desist for the diss track, and if I don't take down the diss track, I owe her $10,000 and we'll take it to court.
I just hope mine gets signed so I could crinkle it up, you know, piss on it, and then burn it. And don't worry, this won't be the last time I cover Ash and her antics. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and a dislike if you didn't. As always, have a great rest of your day, and God bless.